What's going on YouTube? I'm a little tired. But I forgot to almost do a May garden tour, and I think it's no better time than right now. So here we go. Here's my rain barrel, which I love. My calamansi. You've seen a video on this. I repotted it. It hasn't really done anything, which is to be expected. I think it's in shock, but it hasn't died. So it needs to just stabilize and then it'll start growing. So I'm being patient with it and try not to overwater it. I have a tendency to overwater things. So these are plants that are being donated to my garden at work, which I haven't filled you out guys in on yet because it is nothing there yet, but more on that later. Here's my other lemon tree, which is just a crime scene. I mean, a crime scene. That horticultural spray is just like, I don't know. It's not sticky on the leaves. It's a little oily, but the bugs are dead instantly, and I'm not mad at it. So that's that. Forsythia dinosaur kale, which is finally starting to grow. Creeping time. You could probably find a video from last year. This is the outcome of this year. It is one variety. The other varieties did not survive, although I think they may have in a small way. But this one variety here, which I think is the German thyme, is prolific and it smells amazing. There's the Irish moss back there. Here's this rose, which is really like a neon orange rose. It has quite a bit of buds on it. And the horticultural oil has done its job of killing the bugs, the aphids, and the whatever else. My macrame elephant for good luck. I have my climbing rose, my bush type rose, which is deciding to put on growth with a few buds. It's not doing as well in the sense that it doesn't have buds as the other ones, but this was planted last year and it struggled for a bit, but it'll come around. I'm patient. Behind that are cucumbers, which will trellis up this fence here. At least that's what I hope. They're mammoth sunflowers there. This rose here is a tree variety rose. I mean, look at it. It's absolutely beautiful. The camera, as everybody says, just does not do it justice. The color of that rose is just amazing. The scent is outstanding. I'm going to enjoy that here for many, many years to come. Hopefully I could do my best to nurture it and enjoy it for many, many years to come. This is its first year here. There was a lilac here which I donated and replaced it with this because I figured this would be a little bit more pleasing than the lilac, which just wanted to be cattywampus and kind of like all over the place. So we come over chairs, IKEA floor, IKEA. My nasturtium has completely taken over this area. There was pansies back there, and I'm not going to pull them. They're beautiful pansies, but just they'll die away. The nasturtium is doing its thing. Someone told me the name of this. I forget. I got horticultural oil on my hosta here, which gets rid of that ashy green or bluish color, which most people would be upset by, but I'm okay with it. I'd rather just mess up the texture of that leaf in prevention of having everything eaten by aphids and other bugs. So the lemon balm plant that I planted here, which is Passion Paris, is doing good. It's actually putting out new growth. Excited about that. Lemon balm is taking over. I'm gonna have to cut it in half by half. But lemon balm, you squeeze it, you rub it, just lemony goodness. Again, I've messed up that ashy blue color of my hostas with the horticultural oil, spraying my purple sand cherry, but it was beginning to have an issue, which has been reversed by the horticultural oil. But in turn, I've ruined that ashy quality of the hostas, which it's okay. I'll live with it. You know, they look good. They look really, really good. So full. The mondo grass is doing wonderful. It's holding that edge. I was able to get down there and pull out all the weeds. And so this area is just really pleasing to me right now. It was a little skimpy in the past, but it's really filling out nicely. And then it's like no maintenance. I don't have to do anything but enjoy it. Behind here are naked lady lilies, which are beginning to fade away. I'm told a bloom stalk will come out eventually. Once you forget about them, it just boom, bloom stalk. These are Montauk daisies. I mean, they look at that. They were little tiny plants, and they're just like a massive bush. That is going to be amazing because they're just like a pure daisy flower. The last thing that produces at the end of the season, so that'll be a nice treat. And I have 2 of them, so I'm excited about that. More mondo grass around the bottom. You have your lemon cypress, which is being swallowed up, but that's all right. I have, this is a yellow, like an orangey yellow flower, Coreopsis, maybe Coreopsis. I fake it like I can remember these things. I forget. Heuchera is doing wonderful. This lemony color hosta is my favorite. I mean, it's truly dynamite, especially with the pink and the blue. Like this little trio here is something special. And these white daisy type flowers are just going to be, I mean, dynamite. This is a picture perfect area right here, and it's like maxed out as far as like everything is like full and just really looking good right now. I'm excited about that. That's this spring's newest bird. It's not afraid of humans, which is kind of cool. It eats bugs, so he stays. Or she. These aren't Coreopsis. I don't know what these are, but these are another spiky type yellow flower. These are lilies, like an African lily or something like that. Some creeping phlox. Apple tree is looking good. Everything is holding up well. The small amount of rust that I had on the leaves is holding. It's not getting any worse. It's not getting any better. There are no insect holes in the leaves. Around this time it would be. So the horticultural oil is a win for me. I am a fan. Rhododendrons, azaleas, they're done, but they're putting on growth. More hostas. This purple gem rhododendron, which I planted here this spring, is small, but that should be nice and big eventually. I planted some dill here. I wanted dill to be right here. I don't know why, but it's really small, and it may or may not come in, but one day I'm gonna come out here and it's gonna be just huge stalks of dill, and I'm gonna be excited. So I'm not even gonna worry about that. The birds obviously love this area. They've kind of like pooped up my burning bush, but it's okay. This hosta here is the color that I like, that ashy blue color, and I haven't had to spray back here, so it maintains that look. which is kind of cool. Japanese maple, which I've pruned, has not suffered, has not skipped a beat. There has been no signs of stress. It's continuing to thrive. There's hookahs down here. This one is being covered. I may have to move that one. That one's doing pretty good. Monkey grass is filling in, and this area is no longer a problem. This was a problem area. I had a what is it called? A Rose of Sharon here, which always got aphids like horribly, and I left it there because I figured if the aphids were on that, then they weren't on other things. But that's a horrible way to think because it was ugly to look at. So I chopped that off last year and needed to do something. So this is what I decided to do, and I like it. This house is going to have to get divided eventually because it's massive, but it's okay for now. That Rose of Sharon did not go to waste though. I pulled it out this year because it was putting on growth and I could not bear to get rid of it. I hope I'm not mumbling and you all can hear me. I'm a little tired, but I'm going to show you what I've done with it. So this is it from the corner. I decided to bonsai it. I don't know nothing about bonsaiing, but it was putting out growth and I just decided to put it in here. So hopefully it does well and it just becomes this little tiny Rose of Sharon, and I'll get it a respectable pot if it lasts until next year, and it'll be a tabletop bonsai Rose of Sharon. This is also a Rose of Sharon that I pulled out of the alleyway, and I got another bonsai. It's like a double trunk here, if you can see it. And it twists, and I'll baby it and see if something comes of it. And then I also have this maple here, which is a 4 trunk, different levels, and I'm all about learning. So these are my experiments, and if they turn out great, okay. If they don't, but I have this quince here, which it won't do anything until next year. It's a thornless variety. It had beautiful red flowers, beautiful, nice and bright. I'm looking for that to be quite the show here next year. There's some Con Easter bush back there. There's another, what is this? I got the tag here. Coreopsis, yes, Coreopsis right here. So those are Coreopsis. I second guess myself, but there's one here. That'll be beautiful with these yellow chairs. The kids sit here and they read books. No, they don't. That's a lie. I need to stop lying. I wish that they sat here and read books. I'm gonna get a little table here and maybe drink some lemonade on the lemon chairs with the Coreopsis and the red. It's gonna be beautiful. I have a vision, people. I have a vision. This is my Regalia. There's firecracker, marigolds, nasturtium, in this little pot. I put these stones down here one bag at a time this spring. I just like the crunchy sound of the stones. It's not a really big space, but it's a nice space to just sit and chat and chill. Down here we have ants. Look at those. They're all over it, but look at those flowers. The rhododendron. The Easter. Am I saying that correctly? Nice, soft, just white flowers. This is another azalea. Easter. Azalea. Easter. Somebody told me that these would not do well. I got them all off the dollar rack last year, like $1, $1.50, $1. And they said, no, they won't do there, blah, 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 blah. And I love people's advice. I love when people give me good advice, or even what they perceive to be good advice, because I know how to do research. I don't, but, don't let somebody discourage you. and I really didn't have another place to put them, so they were going here, or I would have had to give them away. So, but they're doing good now. When they mature, will it be a problem? Maybe. They're really close together, but I don't mind pruning. I actually really enjoy pruning. So I look for these to take up, these to stay low, these to spill out, and it just be really just nice, colorful hedge here of things that didn't cost me very much. So yeah, this is my Aldi's greenhouse, which really came in clutch this spring. When some of those nights got down below 30, I was able to put my seedlings in here, and they kept them some nights too warm. I had to keep the door cracked because they were baking in here, but it worked. I have a weight on the bottom shelf here, and I was able to use this wonderfully. I had it in this gap here, and I just kind of spun it around. I may or may not put some fall crop in here towards the end of summer, like to start them off, but I don't know. But that's why I didn't take it down, because if I decide to do it, I would like to start them in here and then be able to swap them out and put them in the ground. Of course, I would leave this open on those warmer summer days, but it'll give me some shelf space to be able to start some stuff. So that's that. Let's continue on here down the path. You have this stone crop, you have carrots, we have peas, we have tomato and pepper and corn and Filipino spinach, and I haven't planted anything in there yet. All the way in the back there is cantaloupe and squash. I didn't really do too much this year because you kind of get overboard, and then it's like I got stuff that I'm not going to eat, so I just kept it really light this year. The tomatoes, the peppers, the carrots, we'll eat all of that stuff. Sunflowers, we will enjoy those. Cucumbers, we really enjoy those, so I'm looking for that to kind of like take over this corner here and do their thing. Hopefully they do well in these little center blocks here and they don't dry out often. Hopefully the roots go down and they do quite well. I'll end with this rose here. Oh, some more. This is another variety of thyme, which has a lovely little purple and white flower. Looks white on here, but has like a little purpley hue. I'll end here and just say that gardening should bring you joy. It should make you happy. It should make you forget about the things that stress you out. Even if it's just a pot with dinosaur kale or a tomato plant. Just nurture something in a way that it brings you enjoyment. And that's where it started at for me. And I think I'll keep going because it has truly done what it was supposed to do, which is serve as a form of therapy. Learning how to calm down. There's our mascot. I knew she would show up right on time. Sweet kitty. I don't have any pets of my own, but she guards the yard and take care of any rodents, which is fine by me. All right, 20 minutes. That's a really long video. I hope you all make it to the end because it's my heart that I share, and I appreciate everybody who comments and just enjoys what I do. Peace and blessings again, and happy growing. Until next time.